Hey guys, Work here. Welcome back to the bench. So I started off the beginning of the night with the best of intentions. I was going to turn in early, have a good night's sleep. Then, an accident happened. I bought a PO1 recently, and here's the situation. If you know anything about CZs, you know factory CZ sights kind of blow. So I had this PO1, and tonight, I tell you, I was really looking forward to a night off, but this sight just kept yelling at me. And as it yelled and yelled, it hopped right off the gun, so what am I going to do? I gotta put a new sight on it, right? The sights that I picked are the TFX Pros by TrueGlow. And you see I've already got the front one on here. So now what the heck am I supposed to do? Well, let's go ahead and put the rear one on here. Now, I hate doing sights. It's a lot of pounding to do a little bit of work. And since I have to do a lot of my stuff after the kids go to bed, I end up doing all my pounding out in the garage. So what's a man to do? I'll tell you what a man's to do. Get a sight pusher. Now, in the spirit of tactical cheap shit, of course I'm not gonna go out and buy some $200 sight pusher. Instead, I'm gonna get this thing. Now, you're gonna laugh when I tell you where it's from. This is from NC Star. That's right, the place that makes the shitty optics also makes this sight pusher. And I'll tell you, it ain't that bad. So what we got here is a behemoth of a sight pusher. It's got multiple different contact points and ways to keep everything down. And I tell you, if this thing does as well as I think it's gonna do, we're pretty set here. So the first things first, I'm not gonna show you how to do the front sight. We already covered how to do CZ front sights in my PO7 video, which I'll post here. The 75 style sights have a slight exception. They have a roll pin in the front that you have to punch out and punch back in instead of the set screw. The rear sight's very similar, however. We've got an Allen head here that we have to pop loose, and let's just pull that all the way out to get it out of the way. There it is. And then you push the sight out. Next thing let's do, let's go ahead and put our sight here in the tool and start clamping in. I want to get this as centered as possible, so I already set the height of my table so that just my sight is going to contact these sight pushers. From there, let's go ahead and move this front clamp down. And you can see this front clamp also has a plastic insert to keep from marring the finish, as do all the others. So once we got that clamped down, let's go ahead and push this old sight out. And done. There's our old sight. Now on a lot of the CZ forums, they tell you to drift these sights out from left to right and then put them back in from right to left. However, upon looking at these sights before I pressed them out, I could see marks over here on the right hand side, which told me that they pressed this sight in from left to right. So when I removed them, I went from right to left. Next up, we're going to install the new sight the same way. First notice, the new sight does have a set screw. However, the set screw is not protruding from the bottom of the sight. Now to help our new sight go in a little bit quicker, I'm going to take some ultra-fine 2000 grit sandpaper. I'm just going to work the bottom a little bit here. What that'll do is that'll remove a little bit of that finish and any machining marks that are on there. Make it just a little bit simpler to slide in. Let's give it a shot. with that, my rear sight is in. You would not believe the amount of time that I just saved with this thing. And this thing comes in at around $45. If you don't want to wait a little bit for delivery, $50 will get it to you in 2 days. So not only that, but I can take this thing to the range with me. So all in all, this thing is awesome. As for these True Glow sights, I'm still yet to see, but I have pretty high hopes for them as well. So once I get this thing to the range, I'll be able to give you guys a better idea of just how well these sights are. Now the ones that I got have the high-vis orange front to help with quick sight acquisition. For CZs, these come in right around $120 shipped. And so far, I'm liking what I see. That's it for this time, guys. Remember, if you enjoyed the video or found it useful, please like and subscribe down below. And until next time, do your research, get informed, and get to work.